What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of the longest dark, the long dark. My name is Splattercat. Have I been saying the longest dark the entire time I've been playing this game? I don't know. I know the name of the game. I like the game, so we made it on back. We survived another day down, another grouping of stuff collected so that we can be happy as a human. We've got a number of fishes here. I mean, I'd be happy as a cow, or I'd be happy as a wolf, too. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm pretty easy to please as far as that stuff is concerned. I don't think I have any wood on me, though. So I think tonight we'll probably just be eating cattail stalks. We don't really have much of a choice. It's sort of like flavorless, dirty, kind of dusty celery, but I figure it'll work for right now. It'll make it so that we don't starve through the night. And in today's episode, I wanted in this first batch, so this is the last episode of the first batch that I'm recording, and what I wanted to get done today is I wanted to get the entire map finished. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have time, and so I can only do so many episodes in a day before I'm just like overwhelmed with the sheer amount of shit that needs to get done. And so nonetheless, I think we're probably just going to chill for right now. I think that our gun is looking good. Everything's looking pretty sweet. It's kind of cold outside right now. You don't want to be out there. It's definitely unpleasant. I'll probably eat another cattail stalk. I had a bug when I played the game one time where the cattail stalks would give you plus 0 calories. Like, you couldn't eat them anymore. The game was like, no more cattails. You don't get to do that. And I was like, why? And it was like, because we say so. Stop whining. We're a little bit overweight. We've got a giant bass in there that we need to cook. If we can get that meat taken care of, it'll be a solid thing for us to finish up for the day. I would really hope that we get out to the dam today, and that'll probably be one of the final things that we hit up. I need a little bit more carrying capacity. I'll probably try to go very, very light into the dam. We are going to have to fight Fluffy when we go on over there. If you don't know who Fluffy is the name of the wolf that lives in the dam. And do we have... How are we looking right now? It's pretty cold. I mean, I don't think it's going to be manageable. You're also pretty exhausted. I was going to see if I could chop wood. I suppose I could... I might be able to destroy... Can I destroy the counters? I can't destroy the counters. File cabinets I can't destroy. Radio I can't destroy. The chair I think I can break. But we're pretty drained right now, so we might want to sleep first, and then we'll start breaking down all the random bric-a-brac that we have in this place. Although I will warn you, sometimes it's more fun to leave the shelves around so that you can stack stuff on them and things like that. I don't know if you enjoy that kind of stuff. I have fun doing that kind of stuff, and so I figure other people probably do as well. Gonna go ahead and sleep for a little bit. That's the first thing that I'm gonna do. Take a little nap. I hate taking naps. Naps are the worst. I always feel worse after I take naps than before. Every single time. Just like a little 2-3 hour nap. I hate it. I feel awful when I get done. I'm just like, ugh. I feel so much worse than when I was tired before. I just felt drowsy before. Now I have that weird, sick, shaky feeling. I just feel like I barely got into my REM sleep. Let's go ahead and we'll hit that right there. Don't think we're going to need much else, though. I think we should be all right into tomorrow. We'll be a little bit peckish, but we're rested right now, which is pretty cool. I'll probably... Let me light this, but what I would recommend is that if you're going to light this, before you break stuff, turn it off, because I think it stays on while you break things. There's a magnifying lens back there that I didn't see. We'll go ahead and break down one of these crates for some reclaimed wood. I know you guys can't see right now. I can't see either. I'm chopping by feel. I'm chopping by feel. Only the most emotional of lumberjacks can accomplish this task. It's very difficult. It's very dangerous. You might lose a finger. I think I'll want to light a match real fast. Not because I farted or anything, but because, you know, the word fart is one of the oldest words in English. Like, it's been around since, like, forever. Fart is kind of a big deal when it comes to linguistics. It's been around since, like, it has, like, Indo-European roots from when people first started to come over from, like, the cradle of civilization. They started to expand out to the west and everything. Like, the word fart goes way, way back if you trace it. Kind of an interesting fact. Interesting little fact right there. So, you know, fart facts with Splattercat, just in case you were wondering. We drank a little bit of water. We're looking pretty good. We're actually kind of hungry right now. I wonder if I can sleep it off or if I should eat some food. Let's eat some food. Alright, so I wanted to just eat something. It doesn't really matter what I eat because we have renewable sources. You know what? I'm going to save the MRE, actually. I was going to eat the MRE, but I was thinking about it. In my head, you want to save your MREs for any time you go, if you have to go on like a long walk, you can bring like 5 kilograms of fish, or you can bring a half a kilogram of MRE, and it's lighter in your pack. It'll allow you to carry more stuff with you, and it refills your bar almost completely as far as your hunger needs are concerned. And so for right now, we are whittling through the last of our stored food. That's okay. I don't really like pork and beans that much. It depends, though. I mean, the beans are too sweet. If they were, like, refried with, like, hot dogs in them, I think I'd be okay. But, like, the brown sugar baked beans or whatever, everybody likes them but me. I don't like them. They're too sweet. The sweet is just way too much for me. Makes my teeth hurt. Makes my teeth feel weird. Let's go ahead and we'll get that right there. Grab as much wood as we can because we are a productive lady. And then back to bed for another couple hours. We'll probably use the first couple hours of the day to get basic tasks done. It's going to be too cold outside for us to really accomplish anything anyways. I always say the hours 12 to 8 are a wash most of the time. You don't even get to use them. We'll light our lantern up because I can't see where we woke up at. Okay, so we're looking okay. We got dry mouth, but everything else is looking all right. So instead, what I'd like to do right now is let's cook up some of that fish. That sounds really good to me. I'm going to use an accelerant. Not a big fish fan, although fish can be... Oh, we failed with accelerant. We failed with accelerant. How terrible is that? You failed twice with it. I'm almost about to save scum that because that's bullshit. With a 90% chance we failed twice in a row. Not going to save scum it, but I'm definitely going to call bullshit on that right there. I'm definitely going to call bullshit. I don't accept it. I don't accept it. Let's get all this going. I'm going to turn this off real fast now that we have a fire rocking. Take all this fish and definitely this bass right here. And let's get them a-cooking. So we got the smallmouth bass. His mouth looks pretty big to me. I mean, in terms of volume and area covered, if you look at the fish, pretty sure his mouth is actually goddamn enormous compared to the rest of his body. But you know what? Not going to talk about it right now. Let's continue. I'm going to cook all these up. That should leave us enough time to boil some water, and then on top of that, it'll leave us enough time to take a little nap to even out the effects of working through the morning like this. We got up at like 4:35 in the morning, so technically it's not daylight outside. Like if you go outside right now, it's still going to be dark, even though it says there's hours of daylight left. I think what that actually means is it just flipped over to midnight, and so maybe like 3 or 4 in the morning or something like that. We're peckish right now, which means that I would love to partake in some whitefish. Sounds good to me. Down goes the whitefish. With the time that we have left, I probably overdid it right here. Probably overdid it with the amount of stuff that I threw inside of the fire. But once things start burning, I get addicted. They gotta burn. They gotta burn. We got 3 hours left right there, which means that took around 2 hours. We're gonna boil the full 5. I'm gonna use whatever time I have. I like to create vast lakes of water for myself so I don't have to worry about it. Because of all the things that can kill you in this game, water is the one that kills you the quickest. And so I tend to just make insane amounts of water whenever I have the chance. So yeah, I think that's going to take most of the last 2 hours, but... Something to drink. Oh, shit. Okay, so let's do that then. Apparently we almost died of lack of water, apparently. If I could boil some of that, it would be absolutely fantastic. It'll probably finish boiling on the embers. Oh, there we go. Well, perfect. Lots and lots of stuff left over. We're a little bit tired and we're a little bit hungry, but none of it's that bad. We'll eat that real quick. I think it might be a decent idea to maybe try fishing again today and seeing what we can pull out of the lake. Yeah, I think that's what I might do. I think I might swing on over to the lake and just like see what we can accomplish. We got 10 kilograms of water right now. I would say carrying more than 2 with us is probably a giant error in judgment, but that's good. We've got a water supply. The water supply is important, so we've got a pretty dominant water supply right now. Probably throw a little bit of the fish in there right now. Throw a little bit of... That's actually full, so I'll carry the fish around with me. Never mind. I wasn't having good ideas or any ideas at all. I'm just going to do whatever the game wants me to do. We've got a little bit of fishing line left. That's all still looking pretty good. I'll probably go downstairs. We'll take a look at the things that are curing and make sure that those are hanging in there. I don't know if I should... that's probably fine. I'll go fishing. I'll go fish. Actually, I'll probably sleep it off because it sounds like we got a storm outside anyways. These are all 15, 20% cured. They're getting there. They're drying out. They're doing their thing. So we'll make our bow pretty soon. And once we've got the bow, I'll play around with... I've never used the bow before, so that'll be fun. No idea how to create the arrowheads, though. I think you might have to find those or something. I've no concept of where you get arrows from. So I didn't see a recipe in there where I could make arrows. I thought maybe we would just hammer some scrap metal into shape, and I was pretty excited about that. Sounds like we've still got a storm outside, so we might not be able to leave the house today. It might be too dangerous. Fishing is one of those tasks where you can very easily freeze to death if you're not careful about it, because you're playing in a video game environment where you're not feeling the cold on you, so you can't be like, this is a bad idea and walk away. Instead, the game just assumes you know what you're doing, and it lets you fish yourself to death. Yeah, it's definitely a blizzard. Let's see how good it is if we've got something blocking the wind. So assuming we got something blocking the wind for right now, it takes it down to -3, -4. It's still a little risky. We might be able to chop some wood. Save a little bit of time here. Get the gun out too, just in case we come across any blizzard-bound wolves being like, play our card games! Sign up for our Team Fortress clones! Ah! And I'm like, no, Blizzard, you won't do this to me again. You promised it was the last time. I told myself the next time you came out with a product, I wasn't going to buy it. I was going to resist the urge. I was going to try and dispel the darkness that is Vivendi Universal and just never touch anything you create ever again because your games are bad now. But I'm kind of curious. Not going to lie to you, kind of curious. How long will this take? 45 minutes? Get it done. More than likely. Oh, really? We almost froze to death in that amount of time? Well, shitballs ass. All right, inside we go. Apparently, God, this just... Yeah, that's a really bad sign. If you ever get so cold that you feel warm, that's a really, really, really bad sign. That means that the end is nigh. And I don't mean Bill Nye coming at you with a hatchet or anything like that, although that would be kind of funny. I think getting murdered by Bill Nye, but like, what did you do to get murdered by Bill Nye? Seems like a pretty nice guy to me. How do you get murdered by Bill Nye? Come on. I would love to go fishing today instead of just like living off the land that I have, but it looks like today is just going to be a giant shit fest of waiting around inside. Yeah, that's it. We're not going to get to do anything today, actually. That sucks. Sucks big time. But there's nothing you can do about nature. Nature is what it is. These blizzards come in ridiculously frequently, though. Let's see here. We got a little bit of cedar wood. We don't really have much to do right now, so I'm not actually going to worry about it. I think I could probably do some crafting right now. But even that seems kind of pointless. I mean, I guess I'll make use of the time that I have here. Let's go ahead and tear some stuff apart. If it takes fur, is it better to keep another axe? Hold on here. Let me say that I want to repair this. It takes 1 scrap metal and you get 24%. See, it's not worth it for me to break down this axe right here. I might as well just keep the axes and not break them down, because it seems like it's more expensive to repair them than anything else. Like, I think the knife just takes scrap metal or something like that, so I'm going to hold on to that. Storm Lantern's probably a pretty good victim, though, for my ire, so take that out real fast. Can I empty the fuel out of it, out of curiosity? They both got kerosene in them, so it's kind of a waste to break one down while it's still got kerosene inside of it. Kerosene is one of those things where, like, some games it's really hard to find, and other games you have, like, more of it than you even remotely know what to do with. So it can be a little bit odd. But anyways, I'm going to break some stuff down, get rid of the hypothermia that we're dealing with. It looks like they nerfed the hypothermia system. So you used to get hypothermia once it got down to, like, right here. But it appears as though they actually, it looks like they got rid of the first aid menu as well, strangely enough. Unless this is just the condensed first aid menu. It probably lines up over here, and then you apply whatever you need in order to get it done. This might be the most nipply series that I've ever done. We've got a little bit of... Yeah, that's good. I'll probably harvest these. I will more than likely tear up all the other stuff that I have, too. Because a lot of them are too far gone. I might keep that jacket right there because it's almost perfect. Just in case we get to the point where I can't repair this with the stuff that I have, I can at least throw that jacket on, and it's at 100%. Still... I'll tear these up because I don't see us ever wearing these, and the cloth will be better used and applied to our current clothing than anything else. I mean, crafting days are not necessarily a waste. What do you get from harvesting that? Just 1 metal? Okay, so that's fine. Axe is good. I can probably get away. There doesn't look like there's anything for me to repair right now, except for maybe my shoes. But it's kind of a waste to repair these shoes because they're not that good anyways. And so you might just want to wait for better shoes to come along and then just ditch those ones. Some sticks, so I'll probably drop these off over here. Never being one to rest on my laurels here. We've picked up a lot of extra stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and let it have its day over here. We'll ditch all the rest of the stuff. Inventory Management Simulator. Didn't you know that's what today's episode was going to be? Throw the rest of that in there because I don't need it no more. Cattail heads, I'll probably just keep with me. We'll throw that stuff in there. And much beyond that point, we've got some pretty heavy kerosene lanterns. I love how the lanterns take into account the fuel inside of them. That's one of those little touches and one of those little details that most games would just skip over. They would just make it a flat weight. But in this game, it takes the lantern plus the amount of fuel you have inside of it and forces you to carry all of it. I like that. I like that a lot. It's a little bit more hardcore than some people will like. But I like the fact that it pays attention to it. We're pretty full right now. Probably worth it to eat the rest of that food. Tomorrow we're definitely going to have to go out and fish for our sustenance, though. Either that or kill something. Either something got to die or something got to be fished. I mean, either way, I guess something's dying, but nobody actually thinks about fish that way. Ichthyans. I mean, like, yeah, well, that's what they're here for, so we can eat them in the face. Delicious, lovely, good fish. I'm not a big fish fan either. I like beef, I like pork, and I like chicken. And in general, I don't know, fish is good, I guess, if I'm in the mood for it, but I'm not a person that's actively going to go, like, buy fish fillets or anything from the store. And fish is not necessarily a meal that I will order if I go to a restaurant or one that I get excited about. That's one of the reasons fishing holds no attraction for me. I'm fishing for something that I really don't want to eat anyways. Okay, well, I guess that's that. We'll go another 5 hours right here, but we might get a little bit hungry today. Couple hours of darkness left. We do have a few holdout supplies, but it's not anything that, you know, I'm leaning towards using. Give me a couple more hours of rest. I wish you could be well rested in the game, too, where if you go over your threshold, it'll give you a little plus sign that made it so that you lose your tiredness slower. Like, it doesn't necessarily store more inside your meter, but it makes it so that it goes down a little bit slower because you got extra sleep. Although I guess those two are one and the same. I mean, if they consume at the same pace and one bar is longer than another, if you make the other bar, the smaller one, dissipate at a rate that is equal to, well, whatever. So you can extend the bar, or you can just make it decay at a different rate. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, depending, as long as you get your ratios lined up. And it sounds like we still have a blizzard outside, and not one of the delicious ones that comes from DQ. This episode brought to you by Dairy Queen, by the way. Woo! Minus 20. Not today, he said. Not today. Not today. I think I'll probably give that another 2 or 3 hours and just hope that a blizzard doesn't come in. We got down to 8 hours. I guess there's plenty of time to fish anyways. We just got to get the food supply, like, ironed out so that we have a lot of food for the future. That's the only thing that I'm after right now, is getting our food supply to the point where we have like 7 or 8 fish in here that'll last me a couple of days. Actually, food's looking a little bit light. Food is looking a little bit light. I'll save the MRE for when we travel. Take the 2 sodas, though. And those will just give me like a little edge while I'm out fishing. So that at least I'm slightly awake, and that'll be good. Ugh, sorry about that. My cat is like a raccoon. The kitten is just... He's the rowdiest kitten I ever owned, and I think it's because he must be part feral or something. His father must have been feral or something like that, because I don't even know. He's like a little raccoon that lives in my house, though. He knocks over trash bins. He's generally just a nuisance, like, all the time. I'm just like, come on, man. He knocked over a trash can. I turned around, he was pushing the trash can over so that he could get something out of it. I don't know what he wanted. There's no meat or anything inside of there. Sometimes I think he does the things he does just because he's bored, and I've bought him, like, every toy known to man, and he still just, like, does whatever the hell he wants all day, every day. I don't know. He's a little monster. I do my best to keep him contained, but really, he's pretty much the most alpha cat that I've ever seen, where he just does whatever he wants, and damn the consequences. Better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission in his mind. And that's no joke the way it goes down at my house all the time. I got a kitten that I've had for a couple of months now, and he's growing up and he's getting bigger now. But he's getting large enough now to where his bad attitude is becoming an issue. Like, he just destroys shit. Like, he claws walls. He's a mess. And it doesn't matter how much you punish him, how many times you spray him with water, how many times, you know, you correct his behavior like you would with any other animal like a dog or a cat. It's just like, he just is like, I don't care. I will take the punishment, but I still got to do what I wanted to do. And there's nothing you can do to change that. And I'm just like, oh my god, this cat. This cat. Let's go ahead and break the ice real quick. I don't know if it's better to use ice. I think it's better to use the knife to open up the ice. It looks like it goes a little faster than the hatchet. I wouldn't know, though. I'd have to talk to an Inuit or something. Be like, yo, dog. How do I cut a hole in this here? How do I cut a hole in this here ice? Let's go 2 hours for right now. We'll watch how cold we get. Oh, don't get skunked. Give me something. Smallmouth bass. Okay, we're not going to go hungry today. And, at minimum, at least our line... Oh, look, we're positive. Good. We'll then get going with 3 hours of fishing. And hopefully we don't snap a line. Ah! That's what I have to say about that. That's what I have to say about that. Are you serious right now? Come on. How do you snap a line catching nothing? Well. We might be a little bit screwed here. I might have to go hunt something. Might have to go shoot something. Because we are out of friends, amigos. Or, I'm sorry, we are out of foodses. It's -5 out here. I'm going to use this time to go get all the other little shacks out here that I was already looking at. Am I overweight or something? I was going to say, it looks like she's walking with a limp right now. Or is it just me? I don't know. It feels like she's moving weird. Maybe it's just me. It must be just me. I'm probably going to try and grab cattails while I'm out and about, too, because if you can get a couple thousand worth of calories just off of cattails, it'll take the edge off of something. Yeah, I feel like I'm moving really slowly right now. I can't tell you exactly why. Oh, well. Cattail time. Grab that thing right there. Okay. Cattail stalks. There we are. Another couple over here. So that's what? 6 cattails is 900 calories. That'll work out for right now. It'll work. It's not an ideal. There's supposed to be a bear over here, too, I thought. I thought there was a new bear that hangs out at the lake, but over in that corner so that if you, like, mess with his stuff, he might kill you, but probably not. The bears actually are pretty docile. They don't mess with people that much. Did I get this shack over here? I don't know if I did. I'm going to check it real fast. I did not. And so we got a tin of sardines in the car. Hey, we got some more fishing line and some more hooks. That'll be nice considering I just snapped 2 in a row. Apparently, for all of her skill sets, fishing well is not one of them. A wool scarf. That'll be nice because it's a supplementary piece of equipment that doesn't need to go anywhere specific. You can throw it on even though you already have headpieces and stuff, and it's just like an extra degree of protection. So that's pretty cool. That'll help out a bit. Gonna try and hit this guy over here because he owes me money, and then I'll hit that one over there, then we'll head back to base. And this is going to be one of those episodes that was actually a little bit of like a wah, wah. Like I had things I wanted to get done. Unfortunately, the best laid plans of all that of like mice and rodents and all those sorts of animals. You know the saying, that's how it goes. The best laid plans of mice and men or whatever. I was going to try and make a joke right there, but then I got nothing. Sometimes you dig down into the well of like humor and you've just got nothing. I always wonder how like cartoonists and stuff get over that. Like, do you just like sit there until you come up with something? I always figure it's better for me when I try to write jokes. I go and I watch other stand-up comedians, and their observations will trigger new observations for me. And so assuming that the comedian's talking about, like, I don't know, water fountains, it might then cause you to think about the sort of people that wait in line for water fountains, or the things people might say while they're next to water fountains. It gives you a situation that you can work from, and so you can create new content. It's almost kind of like when somebody gives you a writing prompt, exact same thing. Another newsprint roll over here. Nothing inside the backpack, but there are some peaches. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything, because sometimes when I lack illumination, it can be very, very difficult for me to figure out. Ah, see, like that right there. I probably would have seen it before I left anyways, but we got it. All right. It might be worth it. How many hours do we have left? We're a little bit hungry right now. Let's eat the sardines, I guess, to buy myself a little bit of extra time. Delicious sardines. Nobody tells Zoidberg, though. They'll disappear with a quickness. And then we'll check this little fishing lodge, and that'll be the end of the episode for us here. Really, really happy to be back in the world of Long Dark. No joke. I really, really, really like this game. It's a game that I find it hard not to be enthusiastic about. Sometimes when our line breaks multiple times, I have those moments where I'm just like, ah! I have those XCOM moments where like something improbable will happen multiple times in a row, and you're just like, ah! You like want to lose your shit and just like throw things, and you're like, ah! But you kind of just got to swallow it down. I'm playing Xenonauts right now, and I'm going through the same thing, where just sometimes that game, it makes me want to cry. Sometimes you'll just be like, God damn it, civilians. It says in your little unit description, it says you're almost blind. So how, pray tell, did you burst fire me from 35 tiles away and hit me with all 3 shots? Ugh. Sometimes. Yep. As long as we got loot, I'm happy. Well, I'm probably going to go get some cattails or something. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Long Dark. I'm having a blast with the game. I've been looking forward to doing another playthrough of this ever since our last one failed. I thought about doing a Season 2 right then, but there was other stuff to cover. There's going to be a lot more survival games. I'm actually recording How to Survive 2 tomorrow. And then there's a number of things that I'm looking forward to playing. And so I'm really, really happy to have you here. This has been... The last couple months have been really cool because I've been able to ping-pong just between really, really fabulous games the entire time. I will see you all later. Hi, everybody. This is The Long Dark. Check it out. Buy it down below if you wanted to help the developers out and keep them in business. See you next time.